Welcome back to Hidden U.S. Coins, the only channel that brings you truth, suspense, and treasures from the very heart of American history. Today's journey is not just about coins. It's about secrets buried in plain sight, treasures that you may already have lying unnoticed in your drawers, your jars, or maybe even hidden inside your pocket right now. Imagine holding in your hand something so small, so ordinary, yet it holds the power to change your life forever. A tiny piece of metal, a Roosevelt dime, but not just any dime. These are ultra-rare, almost mythical, and they've shaken the modern auction world with prices that ordinary collectors never dreamed possible. Stay with me, because in this video we will uncover the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Roosevelt dimes that are exploding in today's auction market. Some of them are so rare that they appear only once in a decade, and when they do, collectors fight tooth and nail to grab them. By the end of this video, you will know why these little coins are considered no less than a golden treasure chest and why their value is rising like fire, day after day. This is not fiction. This is not exaggeration. What I am about to reveal is 100% real, faithful, and trusted. These coins are a gateway into history, wealth, and hidden opportunities that very few people know about. So hold your breath because the very first coin on our list is already giving me goosebumps. Let's begin. Coin number 1. The story of this coin begins in 1977, a time when the U.S. Mint was producing millions of Roosevelt dimes, each marked with a tiny symbol of its birthplace, the mint mark. Philadelphia coins were struck without a mint mark, while Denver and San Francisco carried their own. But this one slipped through history like a ghost. A 1977 Roosevelt dime struck without a mint mark, shimmering with a golden field and a rich shade that makes it look almost like it was kissed by fortune itself. The Roosevelt dime itself was born in 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader who guided America through one of its toughest times. The dime became a symbol of courage, resilience, and national pride. Composed of copper and nickel, it was meant to serve as a humble, everyday coin, but this particular version has transformed into something extraordinary. Now here's where the suspense begins. Normally, a missing mint mark might pass unnoticed, but collectors quickly realized that such a 1977 dime should not exist. It wasn't a planned variety, it wasn't a commemorative, it was an accident of history. And accidents like these are what make the numismatic world catch fire. Look closely at its features. The clean golden shade. The absence of that tiny mint mark under the date. The smooth, fine condition that whispers of careful preservation. Every detail screams rarity. These aren't coins you just stumble upon every day. They are the unicorns of the Roosevelt series. Collectors crave them because they embody mystery. They crave them because they remind us that even the smallest mistakes can create legendary treasures. And in the marketplace, demand for this coin has skyrocketed beyond imagination. Today, its current market value stands at a jaw-dropping $125,000. Yes, you heard that right. $125,000 for a single Roosevelt dime in fine condition. Think about it. Holding this coin is like holding a treasure chest in your palm. Its price is increasing day by day, its fame growing wider and wider. And experts say this is only the beginning. Wait for time, because the value of this coin is destined to rise higher and higher, breaking records in future auctions. For collectors, the advice is simple but powerful. Secure one if you can. Protect it with everything you have, and never underestimate its power. This dime is not just a coin. It's a piece of history, a symbol of luck, and a financial opportunity that can make you feel as though you are holding a golden fortune in your hand. And remember, this is only the first coin on our list. If this has already shocked you, just imagine what is waiting in the next 4. They're rarer, more mysterious, and even more valuable. Stay with me because the treasure hunt has just begun. Next coin, number 2. Now that you've seen the unbelievable 1977 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark, you might be thinking that was a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. But hold on because the journey doesn't stop there. The second coin on our list carries a story that feels almost like a twist of fate. We're moving forward in time to the dawn of a new millennium, the year 2000. It was a year when America celebrated the new century with pride, technology was exploding, and the world was changing faster than ever before. Among the millions of coins minted that year, the Denver Mint was producing Roosevelt dimes that seemed ordinary at first glance. But in the shadows of history, one coin emerged that collectors today consider a shining star, the 2000 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark, glowing with a silver and golden shade, preserved in fine condition. Let's pause and appreciate this. The Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for over half a century by then. The design was familiar, Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, the torch of liberty flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse. But this particular 2000 D dime has something about it that sets it apart. First, its composition, a clad mixture of copper and nickel, designed for durability. But the toning, that's where the magic begins. Over time, this coin developed a breathtaking silver and golden shade across its surface, almost as if nature itself decided to give it a royal crown. For collectors, this kind of natural toning is not a flaw. It's a badge of honor. It adds character, uniqueness, and beauty that no minting machine can replicate. Now, rarity is the heartbeat of any great coin. And while millions of 2000 dimes were struck, very few survived in such a stunning condition with this unusual shade. Combine that with collector demand for millennium-era coins, and you have a recipe for skyrocketing value. In today's auction market, this dime has stunned experts and bidders alike. Its current market value is an astonishing $80,500. Yes, over $80,000 for a coin most people would overlook without a second thought. This isn't pocket change. This is the kind of wealth that transforms a simple coin into a symbol of hidden fortune. And let me assure you, the price you are hearing is absolutely current. This is no myth, no outdated rumor. Right now, in today's market, this 2000 with D Roosevelt dime is commanding treasure-level money. And the momentum is building. Every passing year, as more collectors chase millennium rarities and as fewer pristine examples remain, its value continues to rise. Wait for time and you will see this treasure grow even greater. For collectors, here's the golden tip. Always pay attention to toning, condition, and mint marks. They may seem like small details, but they can be the difference between an ordinary coin and a life-changing treasure. Protect these coins, cherish them, and understand that they are living history. So, when you hold a 2000 Roosevelt dime with that bold D mark and its glowing silver and golden finish, you are not just holding currency, you're holding a rare jewel of the new millennium. It's a symbol of transition, prosperity, and timeless beauty. And remember, we are only 2 coins deep into this list of treasures. The journey is far from over. The next coins will shock you even more. Rarities that can make collectors lose sleep, and treasures that prove once again that America's smallest coins can hold the world's biggest secrets. Stay with me because what comes next will only increase your heartbeat. Next coin, 3. Now, prepare yourself because we are about to step back in time all the way to 1913. Imagine it. The world was on the brink of dramatic change. The First World War was just a year away. Airplanes were still a miracle in the sky. And the U.S. Mint was producing coins that would one day become relics of a different age. Among those coins, hidden and nearly forgotten, lies one of the most stunning Roosevelt dimes ever to surface. The 1913 dime with the Philadelphia P mint mark. Now, some of you might be asking, wait, Roosevelt dimes didn't begin until 1946, right? And you'd be correct. But here's the mystery that makes this coin one of the most electrifying discoveries of all time. A 1913 dime bearing the Roosevelt design with the P mint mark is an absolute enigma. Numismatists believe it was either a trial strike, an experimental piece, or an ultra-limited release that somehow slipped through the walls of the mint. And that mystery alone is what transforms this coin into a legend. Let's take a closer look. On the obverse side, the coin carries a soft gray shade, a patina that only a century of careful survival could create. It's a shade that speaks of age, of dignity, of resilience. Flip it to the reverse and suddenly your eyes are struck with a golden tone, like sunlight breaking through the clouds. That dual personality gray on one side, golden on the other is what makes collectors stop, stare, and whisper about its uniqueness. The Philadelphia Mint, represented by its P mark, has always been the cornerstone of American coinage. But in 1913, very few coins bore a mint mark at all. And this dime, carrying its own mysterious P, is something that should not even exist. That paradox is what makes it irresistible. Now, let's talk about rarity and demand. This isn't just a rare dime. It's a once-in-a-century masterpiece. Very few are known to survive. And the one in fine condition, carrying both gray and golden tones, is like lightning captured in metal. Collectors don't just want it. They crave it. They chase it. They fight for it when it appears in auction. Owning this coin isn't just about possession. It's about becoming a custodian of history itself. And when it comes to market value, brace yourself. This 1913 Roosevelt dime in fine condition commands a staggering $175,000 in today's auction market. That's right, $175,000 for a dime that fits between your fingers. It is no less than a treasure chest disguised as a small coin. Its value is already breathtaking, but experts predict that as time goes on, this coin's rarity will push it into even greater heights. Wait for time, because every year that passes makes it even more legendary, even more valuable. Think about it. When you hold this dime, you are holding not just money, but a miracle of survival. You're holding a piece that bridges two eras, a century-old artifact and a modern treasure fused into one. And let me tell you with absolute truth, this price is current, this value is real, and this treasure is beyond imagination. For collectors, the message couldn't be clearer. Protect it, secure it, never let it slip away. This is the kind of coin that defines a collection, the kind of coin that makes your name remembered among numismatists. And remember, my friends, this is only the third coin on our list. If this one has already blown your mind, wait until you see the last two. Because what comes next will make even this $175,000 treasure feel like just the beginning of the story. Next coin, number 4. As we move into the 1990s, you might be thinking, surely modern dimes can't compete with the century-old treasures we've just explored. But hold on, because the 1992 Roosevelt dime with the Denver D mint mark proves that even relatively recent coins can turn into jaw-dropping treasures. And this one with its mysterious green and brown spots across a clear condition surface is nothing less than a numismatic marvel. Let's dive into its history. By 1992, the Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for nearly half a century. The Denver Mint was striking millions of them for everyday use. To most people, it was just pocket change. But fate had other plans for a select few coins that somehow emerged with unique characteristics that would later captivate collectors. This particular dime is special not just for its survival, but for its appearance. Look closely. Scattered across its surface are natural green and brown spots, almost like nature itself signed its mark upon the coin. These spots aren't damage, they are toning the beautiful chemical transformation that occurs when metal meets time, environment, and history. And here, instead of dulling the coin, they have created a living pattern, a visual fingerprint that makes this dime unlike any other. On top of that, the coin survives in clear condition, crisp details, sharp lettering, and Roosevelt's portrait still standing strong as if time dared not erase it. Combine the clarity with the unique toning, and you have a dime that feels like art created by history itself. Collectors know the truth. It is not just about age. It's about rarity, condition, and character. This 1992 Denver dime has all three. It's rare because very few examples with this kind of natural toning exist. Its condition makes it stand out as a survivor. And its character, those green and brown shades against a clear canvas, gives it an identity that collectors fall in love with at first sight. And here's the part that will leave you stunned. The current market value of this 1992 Roosevelt dime stands at $98,300. Yes, almost $100,000 for a dime from the 1990s. It is living proof that modern coins can still become treasures, and that value is not limited to coins centuries old. But what makes this even more exciting is that its value is climbing higher every day. Numismatic experts believe we haven't even seen the peak yet. Wait for time, because this dime is destined to break records. Imagine holding such a coin in your hand, knowing that it's not just money, not just metal, but a genuine treasure that could shape the future of any collection. For collectors, the message is simple. Study your change, search carefully, and never overlook coins from modern decades. Because treasures don't always come from the distant past. Sometimes they hide in plain sight, waiting for a sharp eye to recognize their value. If you ever encounter a 1992 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark, carrying those mysterious green and brown spots in clear condition, treat it like gold, because that's exactly what it is in the world of numismatics. This coin proves once again that Hidden U.S. Coins is not just a channel, it is your faithful source of real, trusted discoveries. And if you think this $98,300 dime is the peak, wait until you see our final coin, because it will shatter every expectation you have left. The hunt isn't over. The greatest treasure is yet to come. Next coin, number 5. And here we are, my friends, the final coin in today's treasure hunt. If you thought the earlier dimes were shocking, if you thought the values couldn't possibly climb higher, then brace yourself. Because this last Roosevelt dime proves beyond doubt that even an old, well-traveled coin, one that has passed through countless hands, seen the wear and tear of daily life, and carries the scars of circulation, can still become a priceless treasure. The year is 1988. The Denver Mint is producing millions of Roosevelt dimes, stamping the familiar D Mint mark on each one. To the average person, it was nothing special, just another dime, just another piece of change. But hidden among the masses, a select few carried the power to one day astonish the world. And one of those is the very coin we are talking about today. Unlike the dazzling clear conditions or golden tones of other rarities, this coin carries a different story. Its surface tells the tale of a long journey, an old circulated condition. The details are softened, the edges worn, the shine dimmed by time. But make no mistake, this is not a weakness. For collectors, this is the heartbeat of authenticity. This dime is not just a coin. It is living proof of survival, endurance, and resilience. Think about it. Every mark, every smooth edge is a whisper from history. This coin has lived in the pockets of workers, students, parents, travelers. It has been exchanged in markets, handed over at counters, maybe even saved in jars for years. And yet, despite all that wear, it emerged to stand today as one of the ultra-rare, high-value treasures in the Roosevelt dime series. The rarity is undeniable. Very few 1988 Denver dimes in this condition carry the unique characteristics that collectors desire. And when rarity meets demand, something extraordinary happens in the auction market. That brings us to the part that will leave you speechless. This 1988 Roosevelt dime, with the D Mint mark in old circulated condition, commands a current market value of $105,200. Yes, more than $105,000 for a dime that most people would overlook without a second glance. This isn't fantasy. This isn't hype. This is reality, right now in today's auction market. And let me tell you, its value is climbing higher every single day. Wait for time, because this dime story is far from over. Experts agree that coins like this are the ones that will continue to explode in demand as collectors compete to secure pieces that define a generation. For collectors, the message is crystal clear: never ignore a circulated coin. Do not think that wear and age make it worthless. Sometimes it is the very coin that looks ordinary, the one that has traveled the longest, that hides the greatest treasure. Protect it, authenticate it, and you will realize that what seems like simple pocket change is actually a fortune disguised by history. And so, with this final coin, we close today's list of the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Roosevelt dimes. From the mysterious 1977 without mint mark, to the glowing 2008 Denver strike, to the enigmatic 1913 rarity, the toned 1992 marvel, and now the powerful 1988 circulated survivor, every single one proves that Roosevelt dimes are not just coins, they are treasures. Here at Hidden US Coins, we bring you faithful, truthful, and newly updated discoveries every single day. These coins are not fiction. They are real treasures, treasures that could be sitting in someone's change jar, waiting to be recognized. So keep watching, keep learning, and keep hunting, because the next treasure might already be in your hand.